Hey guys, and welcome back. It is day 7 of early autumn, and we had finished up our canola harvest yesterday afternoon, or actually yesterday evening. Pretty much put all that stuff away. Went ahead and moved our harvester up to our soybean field and just kind of parked it up there. Really, there's nothing left to harvest until soybeans and corn come due. So we're just going to put it up there. I'd like to harvest the soybeans first, simply because I can use the header that we have there. And then we'll have to swap out the header for the corn header to obviously take in the cornfield for our pigs. We're over here going to work on field 21 again today. Hopefully, oh look, I just noticed the wet crop sign went away. We will be able to now mow and ted this our heart's content. Got our hired helpers go ahead and bring over our tedder. Go ahead and park over here out of the way for now. And our baler. We'll need to make a trip back after we ted to pick up our windrower. But the plan was to come over here and mow and basically wait until our wet crop went away. Apparently our wet crop went away as we were coming over here, because it was definitely a wet crop when we started coming over here. So that's pretty cool. Remember, we used this field to get grass silage for our cows in summertime, in early summer, and I'm gonna have to go back and look up and see what our actual haul in on that was. I'm thinking it was around 100,000 liters, but I'll need to confirm that. And we're going to basically compare and see how our baling is going to do with respect to our harvesting of grass through the forage harvester, and see if we end up with a greater harvest as a result of baling, or if we get more of a harvest through our forage harvester, or if it's roughly equivalent. Now, of course, we do have 3 levels of fertilizer on this field now, as well as the plowing state has been reset, so should get a bigger yield as far as bales go than we did with respect to our forage harvesting. Now, I'm basically mowing here along the outside perimeter where we have these wildflowers growing. That's what I'm using as a it's kind of an indicator of where the field is. This map has an abundance of wildflowers growing everywhere. So we're basically using the wildflowers as a boundary for where the actual map grass is versus the field grass. And it's one reason why you haven't seen me mow just random grass around the farms or around the roads and everything, is that the wildflowers are kind of, in my opinion, denoting an out of bounds, if you will, kind of grass that's not to be touched because it's protected or preserved, if you will. So it kind of makes this gameplay a little bit harder from the standpoint of the fact that we don't have endless grass that we can just scarf up when we need it, or if we want it. So we kind of have to budget and plan our needs, and this should net us far more grass than we will need for our sheep. So we may actually govern how much sheep we buy based on how much hay we get off of this field, because this field is going to basically be our field for our sheep. So originally planning on about 100 sheep, and we may actually end up buying more sheep. One, dependent on our bank account, and two, dependent on how much we actually pull off of this field as far as grass goes. So, depending on how long this takes, we'll also work up on field 20, which is our other grass field that came with the map, and see if we can't get both of those harvested and collected before the next rain. You see our forecast here. It's calling for rain again on day 8 tomorrow. Now on the days that it has rained, it seems to have held off until the evening hours. So wondering and hoping that will be the trend. Basically that this afternoon we'll basically take all of the afternoon to work this field as far as the grass goes, to ted it, to windrow it and bale it, and then to pick it up off the field and put it away. And that will leave us with tomorrow morning to hopefully do the field up there, field 20 up on the hill behind the farm. And then we have days 9 and 10, which is predicted to be dry, sunny. So the plan is going to be day 9, if indeed we can get it dried off fairly quickly after the rain on Sunday, would be to mow, start working on our big grass field. It would be the big field that we planted in the spring with grass. We haven't really been in a rush to work that field for a couple reasons. One, because it's been raining every other day, and I know it's going to take a long time to work that field as far as get all that hay up and everything. And two, we haven't really needed the hay. You know, we still have 10 hay bales left from the first cut that we did on field 20, the cut that got a little rain on it. So we still have 10 bales. That is, at the rate that we've been going through bales, that is about 15 days worth of feeding, because we go through 2 hay bales every 3 days. So that is 5 every 3 days, so that would be about 15 days. But we have enough hay to basically get us until winter. But we need to make hay, because once winter comes, we won't be able to make any hay. So now's kind of the time to do the full court press, if you will. Press on and get that done. We're also in a fairly good situation with our other fields. We have 3 fields of corn to bring in. One of those fields is going to be, or actually 2 of those fields we're going to use the forage harvester on, and that will be our chaff or our silage silos. And then the other cornfield will be for our pigs. And then we've got the soybean field, which is just really the bonus field. We have no expectations as to how those soybeans are going to be used, other than for sale. Those are purely for market. But we've got plenty of time. We're in a great situation here. Finish this up. Then we're going to ted it. Run back and get the windrow it, bale it. We'll need to run back and get our telehandler and trailer. Bring them over here. Or we may just bring the telehandler over here, because I think I'm going to put the hay bales in this shed that's directly in front of us. Really intended, I think, for more of equipment storage, but we're going to put our hay bales in there, I think. But we might not even use the trailer. We might just bring them in off the field and just stick them in that shed to see how things go. forecast up anymore. Jump on in our header. Remember, this is the one that steers. Basically steer it. See, steering there. Have much of a need to really steer it. Here on this field, the purpose of the steering would be to be able to kind of pull it away from a fence row or some other obstacle, but we really don't have that problem so much here. It's like if I straddle 2 rows, we'll be able to get 4 rows. So I'm going to attempt to TED this all in cab. See how that goes. So we are on our way back now with our rake, and I went ahead and picked up our telehandler. Had another helper bring that over here. So we'll have everything over here that we need. And I checked my records while I was back at the house, waiting on our hired helper to come in. And I found out that we had we'd pulled 107,000 liters of grass off of this field the first time that we mowed it, and put it in our silage silo. So we're looking to get more than 26 bales off of this field. Basically 27 bales will be just over the yield that we had on it the first time around. So we'll just have to see how many bales we do end up getting off of this. So let's go over here. Let me tell our guy driving the telehandler what I need him to do. It's going to push him out of the way over here. And we're going to open up our big old rake. Raking, we got evening coming pretty quick over here. I think all we're going to get done is this field. I'm going to be hard pressed to bale it. In fact, we're going to bring our baler in, and I'm going to have the guy that brought our telehandler over here basically see if he can't go ahead and just follow us around the field and see if that might help us get things done quicker. So see if he can't keep up with us. Alright, let's see how he's doing. Doing pretty good. I'm not sure if I showed him how to operate that bale stacker or not. Let's see. He knows what to do with that. Doesn't look like he does. Alright, we're gonna have to cancel that idea. It doesn't seem to be working out the greatest. I don't think he understands how to properly operate the bale stacker. So it was a good idea. It just isn't going to work out. Let's just see if we can't get this raked up as quick as we can. Alright, so we got that issue squared away, if you will. Little play on words there. Square baler. Squared away. At any rate, 8 bales that we've got made so far. Just gonna kind of keep track of these. See if we get 26. The way this is going, I think we're going to have well over 26 bales. The Swadro makes huge windrows. Makes baling pretty quick. Get 4. I think we're going to have a lot of stacks. Got 4. We've got 12 and we haven't even finished making our first round. We're gonna have 16 before we even get done here, our first pass. Oh. So just going to finish baling here, and we'll go ahead and finish putting our bales away, and I'll come back with an update as to how many bales we did finally get out of this field as a point of comparison. between basically unfertilized, unplowed, and fully fertilized and plowed. So, like I said, we're just going to make a royal mess of this. As our basically we're making bales faster than our bale stacker can move them around. I have to basically bale at a little slower rate. Our bale stacker can keep up. Morning, guys. So we went ahead and put some bales away last night, and came back this morning to put the rest away. We didn't really feel that there was a risk of rain overnight, based on the past performance as far as weather goes. We're just finishing putting our bales away this morning. Got, as you can see here, 3 more stacks to put away, and then we got 1 bale that was left over last night that came out of the baler. So it looks like we're going to have about 49 bales out of this field. So last time we had the equivalent of 26 3/4 bales when we did the loose for our silage silos. We've just been stacking it up in here. As you can see, we've got back it up. As you can see, we've got 5 stacks of 4 over here and 4 stacks of 4 on the other side. Got another 2 stacks to go, so we've got 8 more bales to bring in, or 9 more bales to bring in here. At this point, 9 stacks of 4. That's what, it's 46, I believe, if my math is correct. Might be failing me, but at any rate. Another 8, so that would be 54. And then 1 is 5, so that would be around 55 bales. I'll use a counting device here in a second to get the actual count. I had thought that this field was flat, but picking up the bales has shown me that there is definitely this field is definitely not flat. There's a kind of a low point in the middle, I suppose, to provide better drainage to rain or when it rains. That's my math is. There's 10 stacks of 4. That would be 40 bales. Then we got 5 out here in the field left, so we've got a total of 45 bales out of this cut. Let me see what I'm thinking that we're going to need. as far as our sheep are concerned. So if we go with, yeah, but we only need 27 bales to deal with 150 sheep. We have enough bales probably for 250 sheep, maybe. Let's see. Let's see what our handy dandy calculator says. That is correct. We could feed 250 sheep with the number of bales that we pulled off of this field. Now, I don't know if the pocketbook is going to afford us 250 sheep, but that is a possibility to be able to feed that many. Just what we cut out of this field one time. We budget that we would get 2 cuts out of this field. Then the second cut would just become excess. Oh, better watch that door. We're close to the door. Want to close on us. We got one more bale here. We'll just go ahead and pick it up. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked this video. Kind of showed all aspects of the hay work, so we probably won't be showing too much hay work out of field 20, simply because it would just be a repetition. And we'll probably just show some highlights out of the bale work out of the big field, simply to report back on how many bales we pretty much got out of there, but no real need to show the work, because we have all pretty much seen it at this point. Stick this bale up here on top. So I hope you all liked this video again. There we go. Open. There we go. This door has a little bit of a delay when it opens and closes. There we go. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to like this video, please consider clicking the subscribe button. If you also would like to be a part of a great web community, please consider checking out PCSG and the 3 Dudes Gaming Network. Links to both of those sites in my description. It's going to go ahead and queue up these guys to head on over to the other field, field 20, and see how much of that we can get done before the rain. So I bid you guys a farewell. Until next time, happy farming.